Hi, my friends. It's Anneke Van Buren from Tampa, Florida until December 1st. And then after that, I'll be in the Ocala area. So I'm going to keep this simple today. I'm just going to do some of the very same thing that I did when I started this YouTube channel. Well, I started it a while ago, but I did nothing with it for years. The one thing that you could find on here was this little video that my videographer put together for me maybe 4 years ago. And actually he did just a wonderful job. And then I just kind of coasted. I didn't do anything on YouTube. And then of course, I started with the Closet series when we all had to stay at home. So today I'm just gonna model something for you. It's a beautiful day here though. It was 51 this morning. It's going to be in the high 70s, probably close to 80 this afternoon. Very dry. I love this kind of year. It's just time of year because my hair stays straight. I love it when I go to LA to shoot because my hair looks perfect out there with the low humidity. I know, those are great priorities in life. Anyway, I'm looking at the camera and this dress looks like royal blue in the camera, but it's not. It's purple. And if you can see closer, this is, I'm not really sure if it's just rough cut amethyst or not. A friend of mine, a dear friend of mine from Massachusetts gave this to me years ago, and he used to go to Bali all the time. And apparently you could buy jewelry there really inexpensively. And every time he came back from a trip and I saw him, he would give me a piece of something with gemstone and sterling silver. So I have a whole box full of these things that I can change out on this ring. And these are just a bunch of knockoff Yermans. And this is a knockoff Tiffany. Hey, whatever you can do. So let me walk back like this. See the full view. And I'm just wearing pantyhose today. Just tan pantyhose. And the shoes are black spikes, but the very tip of them is cheetah. You know me in my animal prints. And I'll turn around for you. I don't wear these shoes very often, so I don't do well on carpet. And of course it doesn't make a clip-clop sound. So here's the good news. The new place is all hardwood and tile. I'll have some area rugs down, but you'll be able to hear me clip-clopping all over the place. And I hope once I get up there and I get settled that I'm going to have an improved lighting and camera system and find somebody to work with that can help me jazz up this page. I can do a lot of things creatively in life, play the piano, do some artwork, cook, decorate. But when it comes to technical stuff, I have no abilities. I just barely get by on the internet, and it's a miracle that I'm even able to figure out YouTube. Hey, we all have our abilities, So we should just shine in the areas that work best and get people to help us with the rest of the things where we're lacking. It doesn't mean we're any lesser. It just means we have talents that lie in different directions. So I'm going to get ready to do some more packing this afternoon. I got a lot done this weekend. I tackled my storage room out there, which is not done yet, but that's where all the Christmas stuff is. And if you remember, I have a lot of Christmas stuff. And usually it goes up Friday, starts to go up to Friday after Thanksgiving. Well, that's not going to happen this year because on December 1st, I'm going to get the keys to the new place. So I'm going to have to wait until I unload up there, get a little bit organized, and the place looks like semi in shape, some semblance of order, and then I'll decorate for Christmas. I think what I'm going to do this year is I'm just going to leave it up longer. Why not? And I actually would love to have a real live tree, and that's something that I might do this year because If you stop and think about it, in Florida, we don't have the heat on very often. And for me, with asthma and allergies, my air conditioning is on most of the year. So a tree, a fresh tree, really lasts well as long as you keep it watered here. Sometimes longer than up north when you have the heat on in the house. Now maybe the difference would be, you know, it's cut down, it takes longer to transport, it dries out in transport. I don't know, I'm gonna think about it, but if I do that, then I have 2 trees already and they're artificial. And I always put up 2 trees. One will be in the living room, the other one will be in the dining room kitchen. And maybe there'll be some small little ones out on Lanai or wherever. The imagination is endless for Christmas. And then I'll have to buy a stand and I'll have to get all lights and all of that. And I'll kind of have to start from scratch as the foundation of the tree. And then I'll want to flock it. So I might not want to do that this year. I might want to just use what I have and spend the time getting myself organized back in the new place. So one of the first things that I want to do though, when I can get out and about, is go to the World Equestrian Center. They have 8 restaurants, a huge hotel, 2 very fancy ones, I guess a beautiful bar. And, you know, maybe I'll run into some of my friends from Saratoga up there, because I know they do come down here in the winter to the Ocala area, because it's where a lot of the horse owners and breeders live. Lots to think about. So you all have a great week. I'm going to do the cocktail series again this week. If it's getting boring, let's think about doing something new after I get into the new place. And I'll have more time and more energy to focus on something more interesting and hopefully a much more attractive presentation here. A little bells and whistles, you know. But one thing you can do is you can subscribe and just press that little bar. If I had fancy sight, it'd be right there for it. Or ring the bell, and that will notify you when I have something new up. So from this house to yours, I wish you the very best. Namaste, my friends.